I'm Angela McDermott. This is Bailey Lynn McDermott.
And I'm Brent McDermott.
I'm Jason Lewis.
I'm Katrina Lewis.
My name is Brian Bachman.
And I'm Emily Bachman.
We've lived in Springfield for just over 5 years now. I first heard about Springfield from a coworker of mine at a previous job who lived in the area and absolutely loved it. And when my wife and I decided to start looking for houses to buy after we got married, we decided to only look in Springfield because we fell in love with it.
I first heard about Springfield after I moved downtown Jacksonville in the early 90s and painted some houses here in Springfield, and so got to see a lot of the area.
We first heard about Springfield actually through Emily's folks. They had been traveling here in the past, so they actually introduced us to Jacksonville.
I first heard about Springfield when I moved to Jacksonville in 2010. I was living in Riverside, and I knew some people who lived in Springfield and heard a lot about the great vibe, and I loved the houses. We naturally looked here.
We decided to purchase a home in Springfield because of the sense of community here. It's also what drew us to the neighborhood. We loved that the neighbors knew each other by name, and spent time with each other. It's definitely the type of neighborhood where you can go next door and ask for a cup of sugar and nobody would think twice about it. So there's strong community here, and people love the neighborhood so much, and that's why we decided to buy here.
Well, we were attracted to this area just because of the older homes, the historic aspect of it.
One of the things that I really liked about the neighborhood is that it's not cookie cutter. Every house is different. And when we were looking for houses, a home to buy, we were trying to decide between Springfield or Riverside or Avondale, and there was just something about the vibe here. We have a friend who lives down the street in an old church, and she always talked about the wonderful community here, and it really is. It's a big family.
Over the past 5 years, we've seen the community change in a few different ways, mostly in renovations and people moving into the neighborhood. When we first moved in, there was some work going on, but definitely in the past couple of years, we've seen that really take off with renovations happening pretty much on every street. And then we've also started to see some businesses move in a little bit. Uptown Kitchen is one of our favorite places to go, and a lot of young families starting to move in and new construction happening as well.
We've been in Springfield for 11 years now, 11 great years. We bought a few properties here in Springfield through Amanda, which was incredible in helping us find different properties. Both of them are on the corner of 3rd and Hubbard, and they turned out beautiful. They're both roughly around 3,000 square feet, and they were totally redone from the electrical, plumbing, roof,
Trim, interior, everything.
you name it.
When we first moved here, you couldn't really spend 30 minutes outside without hearing a saw or a hammer or some type of equipment to restore homes. And I think that's what really kind of brought the neighborhood closer together, because it's a really closely knit neighborhood. We have a lot in common because we've all been working on these houses.
I think our favorite thing about Springfield is the sense of community, and some of our favorite events that happen in Springfield are the 4th of July throwback game, and that's something we look forward to every single summer. And then Porch Fest also is taking place here in the fall, and those are two events that we love so much.
There's been a pretty steady revitalization of the neighborhood, specifically along Main Street, with the addition of Main Space, a new establishment going to be at 9th and Main. There's a tapas restaurant that's brand new that's supposed to be amazing. Uptown Kitchen and Bar has had quite a few changes as well.
What I love about Springfield is that it's actually in the heartbeat of the city. I mean, it's within walking distance or biking distance of basically anything. We walk to Uptown and enjoy a lunch or a dinner. We can ride our bikes to the Riverside Y. It's just conveniently located to just about anything, and not to mention just the sense of community in this area.
Our favorite things about the lifestyle that we have here in Springfield is the community and the peacefulness, and we feel safe.
Somebody could put on Facebook, on SwipSwap, that they need a cup of sugar, and literally 5 minutes later, they'll have 5 cups of sugar at their door from like 3 different people. I love the proximity to downtown, to Avondale, to Riverside, to San Marco. I also love being just a few minutes away from the stadium, few minutes away from the baseball grounds, from the Armada Football Club. Go Armada! It could not be more centrally located.
I'd say my favorite thing is that it's a very closely knit community. There are clubs for anything that you might remotely want to be involved in. There's definitely a club for it. We've got a community garden. We've got lots of great neighbors that are just fun to hang out with.
And everybody's buying these historic homes and wanting to take a part in the sense of community that we have here, which is incredible.
Yeah, it's a great community.
Yeah.
You can paint houses. Sorry, I was thinking like you could paint our house. But anyway, sorry.
Now you're screwed.
I'm sorry.
So